So we'll just wait until somebody tells us yes. Hopefully somebody in chat can hear us, because if they can't, I have no idea.
Well, I'll just put in chat. Are we... And then the... Thank you.
Oh, did somebody answer?
Yeah. I didn't even finish my
Audible.
Sentence. And Audible is the, like, autocorrect after are we on my my suggestive text thing.
Maybe we ask that a bit too much. I don't know.
No, it's just at the beginning of every stream.
Yeah, I
Which
guess.
implies we stream too much, but that's probably not true.
I guess. So,
What are we doing today?
God, it's been like 3 days since we've done anything in this game at all.
And I remember that the hope was that you and some friends could team up and just
And
plow a bunch of
it never happened.
Nergigantes.
Nothing ever happened. It was unfortunate, but that's just the way that it wound up going.
Yeah, that's okay though. But there's been Elder Dragon evidence showing up just in places.
Yeah, which
and
is...
that was about it. That's
it's
what we
weird.
knew.
It's weird that they're doing it this way, but I kind of understand what they're doing, where they're like, oh, go out and try to find tracks of elder dragons, and it's like, okay.
So we've got a new viewer in the chat. They're saying this is the first time they've been in here. Squiddly Diddly, which is a good username.
Yeah, that's an amazing one.
The actual Squiddly Diddly is like lost media now, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I have tried personally to find Squiddly Diddly episodes, and it is like the hardest Hanna-Barbera series to find episodes of. I don't know why. Like, it's unbelievably difficult.
Like, it doesn't have any DVD or VHS presence at all, and...
As far as I can tell, like, maybe it does, and I just don't know where to look for them, but, like, I have spent the last few years trying to find episodes of Squiddly Diddly online and have not been able to.
Yeah, I don't advocate for just, like, watching shit online for free unless it's put up there by the creators, but it's just really weird that it's not anywhere.
It's very strange.
Like, it's just nowhere.
I noticed this when I was checking scheduled events, by the way. This is an event that doesn't have very much longer going on. It's got 3 days. It's supposed to basically just be free tokens. It's an arena quest, which means that we are fighting things in the arena. I figured we'd give it a try, because I haven't done it yet.
A Kulu and a Puke, that's a pretty easy start.
In the Monster Corner, 2 fringed contenders guaranteed to ruffle your feathers. Below the belt shots are allowed. You're the only one with a belt, so watch out.
If kulu-ya-ku wore a belt, would they wear it, like, vertically or horizontally?
Kulu-ya-ku?
Yeah.
I guess they just wear it around their waist. I don't think they're going to wear it like a horse wears a skirt.
I'm going to say they wear it around their neck. I assume is something. Because they don't know what a belt is.
Maybe. Actually, I guess that makes sense. Oh, hey, check it out. I have to use a weapon that isn't a greatsword.
Let's see.
So, our choices are longsword.
I can use a longsword pretty okay if you need me to.
Lance.
Uh-huh.
Insect glaive.
Yeah, I don't know either of those
I believe that's
a
heavy bowgun. And, light bowgun and heavy bowgun. Or is that just a bow? Some of these are really confusing for me sometimes.
Yeah, no, it was a bowgun and then a bow. I can use a longsword pretty okay if you would like me to, but it's probably best if you try it first.
Well, there's a lot of things that I kind of want to flip around and see what I'm going with here. Give me a minute. I'm going to try and do this with I am not very good with any of these weapons at all.
I'll point out that First Dance is the kulu-ya-ku longsword. Since there's no element on the Kulu, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
But they're having you fight it with its own weapon that usually is, like, less good. That's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold on, what's the...
Oh, shit. Apparently all Squiddly Diddly shorts were included in a 2015 Secret Squirrel DVD, but it's What's Region 1? Is that, like, Europe or something?
I think Region 1 might be... Oh, crap. Yes? I don't know. The difference is that most DVD/Blu-ray players will not play outside their region. So you have to know your region, and I very rarely remember what any region ever is.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers.
This way. What am I doing?
I don't even actually care, except that Hanna-Barbera lore is kind of a nice ironic thing to care about.
Yeah. Well, Squiddly Diddly is, honestly, it's an interesting like series to some extent, but
Is it?
kinda.
I mean, is it like Biopunk C
No,
future
it's
adventures like Jabberjaw? Because Jabberjaw is
like,
boss as hell.
It's like it's a grape ape like, but it's a
Okay,
grape
I
ape
don't
living
think
in
I've
a.
ever seen Grape Ape. Like, I've never seen it aired on Cartoon Network or anything.
It's like if grape ape lived in SeaWorld.
Where does Grape Ape normally live?
A city. Did you not? Do you not know that? Yeah,
No.
Grape ape usually lives in just like a. Wow, they're both in here though. I thought this was one at
Yeah.
a time. Okay.
Nah,
Fair
that would
enough.
have been easy.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
And you're not thinking of Magilla Gorilla, who I know lives in a city.
Oh, maybe I am thinking of McGillicuddy.
See, who the fuck is Grape Ape? I know what he looks like.
They're very similar, but they're very different characters.
Yeah, I've never seen those reboot comics, but yes, I'm just gonna say yes to any kind of reboot comic for a Hanna-Barbera property. I don't care if it's bad.
Oh, they're usually
just-
terrible. Like
It's just still good that they're doing it.
they're usually really, really bad.
Yeah, look, I'm firmly in the Jabberjaw camp when it comes to most Hanna-Barbera stuff. Just
Oh crap.
Jabberjaw and Road Rovers. Road Rovers is Hanna-Barbera, right?
I don't actually remember. Maybe.
I'm gonna say it is until someone proves otherwise. But those two are basically the ones I care about. Also Captain Planet, but that one's like I don't know.
Captain
like
Planet's
it's not
pretty
really
cool.
the same. It's good in that way.
It
that
is
things are
technically
good.
Hanna-Barbera too, yeah, and it is good, but
But like it's no it should cross over with
it's not
Jabberjaw.
the
Quite honestly,
same
that would
as
work
the
pretty
others,
well.
Yeah. There's a very big difference between them. You're right.
Yeah.
It's like saying SWAT Cats is the same as Scooby-Doo. It's like, no,
Well,
they're
Road
very
Rovers
different.
is pretty different. I mean, Road Rovers is
Yeah.
like SWAT Cats.
It's, yeah, I guess if I had to pick another cartoon that it would be the most like out of that studio, I guess it would be Road Rovers.
Road Rovers is great, and
Exactly.
I
All right,
refuse to
fine.
listen to dissenting opinions. Road Rovers is good.
Oof.
I actually kind of despise Scooby-Doo except for Ghoul School.
Scooby-Doo's alright.
I mean, despise is a strong word for it. It's mostly Scooby-Doo's boring when he's not at a school for ghouls.
I mean, fair enough. Like, that's really how you feel about it.
Yeah, Speed Buggy is
Speed
okay.
Buggy's pretty okay.
Speed Buggy's okay when I pretend that the car was once a person.
Oh, that's not as good.
But okay, it's got to be a cyborg, right?
No, it's just a super complex AI in a speed buggy.
I want to pretend it has
Come
a human
on.
brain.
There's no human brain in speed
Cyborgs
buggy.
are infinitely better than robots.
No, it's
because there's suffering involved.
it's a car with a mechanical brain that's of the same like strength as a human.
We're asking what about 13 Ghosts? I don't remember.
13
it very
Ghosts is
well.
okay. It's not the best, but it's all right.
I think I've seen like one episode of it ever, so I'm gonna just not have an opinion on it. I will say that anything Scooby related that's just like Scooby and Shaggy, like the red shirts Shaggy stuff, more or less, is better than standard Scooby-Doo. But even then, it's only because they put more weird monsters and stuff into it. It's like, yeah, I just like the monster stuff.
Okay, is this gonna work?
Is what gonna work?
I'm trying to remember how to do the home splitter.
You gotta be in like spirit mode, which is where
Yeah,
you
I
do
know.
the shoulder stuff, and then
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. You have to do a few different things before it's available, and then was it B and Y at the same time? I don't use this much. I just sort of like remember
I think
it once
it's B
I'm
and
doing
Y at the
it.
same time. I think you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake because I kept hitting Y instead, like just all on its own.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
like-
I'm expecting it to work like the Greatsword, where everything's just based on the one button.
Yeah, what happens with Greatsword when you do B and Y at once?
It's just a tail cut.
It's just the upward
yeah, it's
swing?
the really tall swing.
Okay, yeah, the switch axe, that's what it does when it's in axe mode. So I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this one does different things at different times. Like, there's combos. Oh.
Kind of hit him. I missed him a little bit.
That's good
I was
enough.
expecting
You
to do a
knocked
little
him
bit
down.
more.
Ooh, is that it? No. I forget. Sometimes I do have to look at the tooltips up at the top. I'm glad they're there.
Yeah, me too. Oh, give me that slinger ammo. Piercing pods are good.
I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say before I got into
Squiddly diddly talks.
yes. Yesterday I was playing the game on my own. I'm not in high rank yet.
Nope.
I cannot for the life of me beat a Diablos.
Aww.
I think that the issue right now is that it takes 2 hits to kill me. I just do not have the armor for it. I can, like, deal with, like, its movement patterns, but I can't just 100% not be hit.
I've been hearing from some of my friends who are still in low rank who are saying things like, Diablos kills me in 1 hit, what the fuck? And I'm just sitting here looking at it like, I don't remember that happening. But
Well, you
maybe,
did it in a team?
Yeah, maybe it's because I was playing in a team
Yeah,
at the
and
time.
it
I
took
don't
you guys
know.
a bit.
A little bit, I guess.
Yeah. The question is being posed, can Elastigirl, I'm assuming you mean from The Incredibles,
Yeah.
turn into a working car via her powers?
She could turn into a boat strictly because human beings are, by nature, almost boat-shaped.
That's not true for most people, but okay.
Okay, look, she can become things that I think are relatively human-shaped. I don't think she can become a working car. Plastic Man can, though.
The question is less, can she make that shape, and more, how do the wheels turn?
Well, that's not too hard. I mean, they just be arms.
Yeah, okay, but like, when they spin around enough, does
4
it like wind up
arms.
like a rubber band and have to spin in the other direction?
Maybe. Do you really want to think that one through?
I mean, the question's been asked of us.
I choose not to think too much about things like that. But I guess if I had to think about it, like someone had a gun to my head, I would say she can't turn into a car. I think the shape is too complex. Because I think Elastigirl does not function on the same logic that Plastic Man does. I think
Plastic Man can disconnect
their
parts
powers
of
are
himself,
just
right? No, I know he regenerates.
Yeah, he regenerates, so to some extent you might be able to make that argument, but I don't think Plastic can. Like, I don't think he's supposed to. I think in an emergency that might be something that occasionally happens. But it's not something that he, like, relies on. I'm remembering there was a period before New 52 where Plastic Man got lost, like, 60 million years in the past. And when Batman found him, he was just oil, and he put him in a bucket, and he reformed over the course of, like, a year, or some crazy thing
Good
like
luck
that.
with that fucking Kulu. Do you have your ghillie
Oh, it's
suit?
fine. No. I only have what they gave me, and they did not give
Okay.
me a ghillie suit.
Okay.
But that's fine, because I can do that.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, take the Dragonator.
So what
Just
you
enjoy it.
need is someone with shape-shifting and a healing factor so that they can reattach the parts of themselves that have to be dislocated.
Maybe.
And psychic powers of some sort so that they can move the parts of themselves that are disconnected.
Right?
Right. So you need Plastic Man as a telekinetic.
I mean, unless they just have full function movement of their body regardless of whether or not it's disconnected, which you would think sometimes they'd have the capacity to do, especially if they already produce, like a regeneration ability or something like that.
Well, I mean, if you detach the part but you're not mind controlling it, what if it just grows into another one of you? Like
Well,
a starfish.
I mean, at the end of the day, like think about it. If a character is manipulating plastic because it's part of their body, is that any different from manipulating plastic because, let's say, you are, like, plastokinetic?
What?
Could they potentially have control and manipulation over plastic because they have that as a natural innate ability, and their bodies just happen to be composed of it. Does that
Okay,
make
so
sense?
just unrelated powers?
Well, like, what if that's just how the power manifests and we don't know?
I guess that's possible. Also, hi Fat Muse. This is
A
the
weird
first
discussion,
mission.
yeah.
This is the first mission. We've been at it for maybe less than 10 minutes. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know how long we've been at this.
Not very long.
We're just fighting this Puke with a long sword, yeah.
Yeah, Josh is not a longsword user.
No,
so
Josh
this is a little
doesn't. I'm
different.
very uncomfortable with this weapon.
Do you want me to try?
No, I got it.
Okay, because you're
Okay, let me
doing
see here.
fine.
So if I go into this, that's not how I
don't-
set it up. So is it this and then maybe that with something?
I don't remember.
This and then I go into this?
Like you
Oh,
got
I don't
the
have any
tool
meter
tips up
anymore.
at the top.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. I don't have any meter anymore though. Like that was my main issue.
My general strategy with the longsword is just cut the tail of things. It's
Yeah,
real tall.
I can understand.
It's real fast. You just scurry behind something, you do a slice in the tail, then you scurry, and then you slice in the tail. Oh, and I guess you need the meter to be up at max, which means it'll be glowing.
Yeah.
Which it's doing now, I guess.
Yep.
And
Yeah, but he's leaving.
yeah,
so.
it doesn't matter if he's going.
It doesn't matter if he's fucking off.
Oh, yeah, he's eating rocks. He's doing that shit he does.
Why though?
I don't know, but we've seen him do it.
Oh, here we go. There's the
There.
home splitter. It's not super strong, but it's in this
It's cool
form.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular longsword is the one that I usually have on my character if I'm playing longsword.
Yeah, I'm not really a longsword user. It's kind of a weeby weapon. I really prefer...
That's why I picked it.
I really prefer the great sword. I'll take
Yeah.
great over long any day.
Cool. It's just, I decided that my character, who is a character from my comic, should have
Yeah.
a katana because he's just a big weeb.
mean, that's
Normally,
fair.
I don't bother. I just use a switch axe, and I've got a bunch of different switch axes that I switch between. I have one that's thunder and one that's water, etc.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna be, if I'm gonna be in character as my character, who is a weeb, who is like bird themed, it's gonna be this.
Yeah.
And I kept
obviously.
cutting puke tails with it. It's just really good for tail cutting.
I think when I actually got this puke tail off, it was with the slinger ammo.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I wasn't paying a lot of attention when it happened, but I think that's what happened.
I kept knocking an Otogaron over with slinger ammo. It was funny.
Yeah, you can kind of... There are a lot of monsters that if you keep pushing in this game, I've noticed you can kind of get them almost locked into, like, staggered
You
moves and
just
stuff.
throw rocks at them and they
Pretty
just
much.
get real mad. The Otogaron, I've noticed, it tips over fairly easy because it's so jumpy and light and fast. It's like, you just get him off balance, he's down, but he'll get up, back up and he'll do like 20 backflips.
I mean, pretty much, anyway.
Have you
He's,
beaten one of those since we did one on screen for the plot?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I've messed with them, but I don't think I've actually beat them.
Okay, I mean, you're in high rank now, and I don't know if you'd want to go after a high rank one.
Not
but-
right now, yeah.
Yeah, but I've gone after them a little more. I have a, I'm not good with it, but I have an Otogaron themed light bow gun
There we
now.
go.
I tried like beating the
That
Diablos
wasn't too
with
hard
it.
at all. I thought it was going to be a little more difficult than that, but okay.
I mean, it's the first of this event.
Yeah,
quest
you know
chain.
what? That's true. Well,
Yeah.
this is the only piece of this chain, so.
Was it?
Yeah,
it
it's
looked like
the
it said
beginning,
like,
but
yeah.
that's it. No, it's just it's the beginner's version, but that's the only version available.
That's annoying.
I think starting on the 30th, they have the intermediate one happen.
Oh, okay.
But
that's how it
supposedly
works.
this is giving out coins, like it is right there.
All right.
So it's nice to get some coins, is what I came in here for. Pinnacle, Puke, some well done steak for some weird reason,
Yeah, I
Puke,
don't know.
and then a Kulu coin. So that's good.
You'd think it would give you more money than that.
Nah. Your best time. I only got a C rank on that mission, by the way.
Oh.
They should have given me a great sword if they wanted me to have a better rank. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, part of the point was that it was You have to do what they say.
I know, but I want a greatsword if they're gonna make me do that. I could have done that easy with a fucking greatsword.
It's too bad. Get your login bonus.
Alright, fine.
And you want your vouchers.
Yeah, I do. 2 vouchers.
Yeah.
Want something making?
Alright. I want to see, because I remember having a forgeable greatsword that took coins, but I wasn't sure what kind.
That's not what you got.
Yeah, no, it's Hunter King, Rathalos, and Baroth, so that's fair enough. I just wanted to know what they were.
Yeah.
This is a very good sword, though, so...
Yeah, well, they're making you work for it.
Yes, they are. What area do you feel like going to?
You're going to do the Elder Dragon.
It looks like I'm just
investigations?
looking at tracks. It looks like I'm not actually hunting anything, so...
Yeah, I don't know.
Working hard?
Let's see what this guy wants.
Heard me mumbling? Yeah, the chef asked me to do some things, and I'm too lazy again. I'm busy eating. Why don't you go and get them? Ha ha ha. Fucking asshole.
I hope to God at the end of like the plot.
Barnos Talon?
You get those off of those flying wyverns, the little bats,
Oh,
the shitty
okay.
ones that you hate.
The shitty... Oh, yeah, the really annoying ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only
Fair
ones
enough.
that are actively aggressive. Well, no, that's not true. The unfortunate Raffinos are also kind of aggressive, but yeah. Yeah, I hope that one dude in the canteen at the very end of the plot stands up and is like, all right, I'm ready. And then he just goes and kicks an Elder Dragon's ass with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Because he's been eating so many foods, he'd better have, like, attack up times 20.
Sorry, I was reading the chat for a second, and somebody asked how long they've been doing this, and the answer was long enough to get them talking about Plastic Man. And it's like...
It doesn't
yeah,
take that much.
no, it really
okay,
doesn't.
so you ask Josh about Plastic Man, Blue Beetle, or anything to do with Green Lanterns, and he will just go.
I don't particularly like Green Lanterns,
Yeah, but you'll
though.
talk about him anyways.
Yeah.
He just this
By my
thing you
stringy
do.
biceps, marvelous. Oh, I don't know what to say. Imagine it, a linguist lost for words. I'm going to see them at once. I'll learn to speak their language. If it's the last thing I
Is
do.
this the first time you've talked to him since you found him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He just hasn't shown up? That's weird.
Yeah, he just hasn't been where I've noticed him lately, so...
Well, you don't go on just plain expeditions.
No,
here that
not
much.
usually.
Yeah.
That's probably my fault. I probably should do it more often.
Eh.
So I'm looking for fancy tracks, apparently.
Yeah, blue scout fly.
Yeah, blue
hints.
scout fly ones. I'm not really seeing anything immediately.
Eh. I don't know where they could be. Anywhere, really.
Yeah, honestly, because it's tracks, they could, I think, all but literally be anywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
because we don't know which Elder Dragon it is. It could be an entirely
Yeah.
new one.
yeah, that's my big issue, is that if it's an Elder Dragon I'm not familiar with, I don't know where the fuck it's going to wind up being.
Well, what are some ones you're familiar with?
Uh,
Oh, there's a Jagras.
Kirin, that would fit in an area like this, Kirin, Kushi, which is Kushala Deora. Christ. I don't know. I can't think of any that would really be in here, though. That's not... Kirin is like the closest to an Elder Dragon that would hang out here that I can think of.
Yeah, but we know where that one is. So it's probably not the same thing.
No, because it looked like that one was like gearing up to show up in the Coral Highlands.
Yeah, and
So what
you
the
have
fuck
fought
shows
one
up
there.
here, though? Yeah, yeah, I have.
Oh, this little nook, by the way, that I kept ignoring. I did not
Yeah.
realize this was here. I once, like, chased an Anjanath here, and it was just chilling here. It was just sitting here looking out of the distance.
It wanted to think about everything that it had done and all of its incomplete tasks that you weren't going to let it do.
I think that particular Anjanath wound up just leaving the area because it took me too long to try and kill it.
Yeah, well, it took you too long, and it finally escaped the judgment of the horror hunter. The hunter
guess.
of beasts.
You mean all hunters?
Yeah, I guess, but
I
from,
mean, if you're not
you
a
know,
hunter of beasts, you're a hunter of man, and then you're a real horror
yeah,
hunter.
no. From the perspective of a beast, that is a horror hunter. All hunters are horror hunters from the perspective of the beasts they hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
Another mining point
kind of
here.
recursive, but yeah. Fapney's is saying he's trying to start using the greatsword now, just because you're so good at
fucking
it.
Good. I love the greatsword's my baby. Like, I literally use it in every single game. So if you are not immediately great at it, don't be discouraged, because I have, in all fairness, been doing this since PS2. So, I mean, the combos have changed between then and then, but it's like, well, then and now, but it's like, it's still really, it's an amazing weapon. Like, for real.
It's basically
great.
just pure power.
I fucking love
So
it.
if you know what you're doing, it's good. It's just, it takes patience.
It's got well, it's not even that much patience, but yeah, I know what you mean. It has a lot of combo pieces that can be useful, but are not necessarily used. I think I've explained this before, but let me just go over this really quick. Your bread and butter is literally your 3 charge. You let go on the 3rd, because if you hold it any farther, then the 3 charge becomes a 2. Like, here, it's a 2. It's not a 3. You let go as soon as the charge for the 3rd goes off. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then you let go. What you do after that, like the actual combo finish, is 1, 2, 3, you hit, you pull back, you hit Y again, you get 3 of these, and then you hit Y again, and it pulls back, you get 2 of these, and then you do a cartwheel, and that's called a true charge. And if you can get all of the charges together, that's what makes it a true charge, because it does exponentially more damage than the hit on its own. Somebody kept telling me to do, hold on, let me do something. Kept telling me to do the shoulder tackle, which is this, into a true charge, because you can do it immediately after. That is the shittiest version of the true charge. That is actually the same as if I had just done this. The only difference is that it has a tackle right at the start, but that tackle doesn't do damage. It's for invincibility frames, yeah.
Well, Fabby's saying he's already slaying Elder Dragons with it.
Yeah, no, it's a good weapon. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just you just gotta be patient. You gotta know your technique and remember to stick with it. As opposed to some of these others where it's like you can mash. You can just mash with longsword, or I've tried dual blades a few times. It's like, that is just mash the weapon.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff to it that I haven't figured out yet, but it's like, you can just mash. Switch axe is honestly kind of like this weird mix between the patience and the mashing. Like, I can mash for short periods of time, and then I roll out of the way and I do some more trickities, and then I come back in.
I'm going to finish exploring this flower bed first, but there's clearly some Elder Dragon prints over there. Just so that we're clear, there are other moves on the Greatsword. Those were just your bread and butters. You do have this. That is terrible for actual damage. What I use it for is, if I get caught in this, I will do this immediately so that I can actually pull back. And if you double tap that spin, you actually get the tackle immediately. So if I think that once I have done the first charge, that the monster isn't going to let me do the second one, because this into this takes a little bit of time, I can cancel myself with that, and then I can roll if I need to. And then what you do is, it's just hit and run. You hit something and then you just fucking leave. Sheath and you run away.
So anyways, old windswept gashes.
Windswept gashes? So Kushi is here?
Let's track it.
Because that sounds like something you get for Kushala Daora, because he is a wind-based Elder Dragon, but that's a really weird thing to find here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, what up, Raytheon?
Do we need a Raytheon for anything?
Not really. She might get
I
angry
know you
that I'm
need
here,
scales off of it for one of the Wild Spire camps. Do you have that camp yet?
Probably not, because I don't think I have any Raytheon scales. But if I wanted scales, I'd be going for low-rank Raytheons, because they drop them too, and I could get through a low-rank Raytheon in an instant. And
you
I
might
just
need
don't
to
want
back
to.
up that claim.
Okay, well, I'm high rank, so I'm doing, 800-900 damage. No, not actually, but I'm doing a lot of damage comparatively. Like,
For sure.
Whatevs. We'll see. I'll do a thing.
Yeah, so we're not seeing any more of those gashes, but if it's windswept, you'd think he needs like
There's another.
a bigger area.
What I was going to say, tiny little feet. What I was going to say is...
That's a Jagger's print, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Not necessarily.
It looks like
Y
one,
and
but I
B
don't
together, because you asked when we were in the arena, is this one. Which I never do, except when it's the very end of the hunt, and I am throwing people around
Yeah,
for
that
fun.
was excessively slow.
Yeah, that one's... It used to be that it was super necessary for tail carving. Because it did really good... Is she fighting someone? It did really good tail carves.
Well, there's a Puke in the area. It might be the Puke.
Yeah, it looks like the Puke.
Yeah.
It does really good tail carves, but... by that I mean it hits really high, and it's almost all slice damage. So it does really good for that. That being said, it's slow and kind of pointless, to be honest. That was another Puke.
Yeah,
Puke
and the thing on it says threat level, and then it has a symbol, so...
Interesting.
It means something. Yeah, the switch axis tail carve move is basically that, but a little faster.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not well versed in the switch axe. The switch axe is not my specialty weapon in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
really.
yeah, no.
I don't actually know if I've ever touched a switch axe, to be totally honest with you.
You might have. Speaking of, now that you're like this rich, fancy, high rank man, you might want to invest in getting me a switch axe so that if I am playing on this for stream on your account,
that's a good point.
we can switch off. Because that still might happen, maybe.
Yeah, that was always kind of the plan, and it just never happened. But
yeah. If nothing else, I can do like the busy work stuff every so often. It gives you a little break, and then...
Is there nothing in there? Okay.
I didn't see
I didn't see anything either.
spider.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know that you could have a web without a spider.
I mean,
I guess
the
it makes
spider
sense,
came
though.
from somewhere. There's one.
Yeah, there's a spider.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it got
3
it.
points. That's the only reason I'm grabbing it, because I think
Yeah.
I've already gotten spiders like this.
Yeah, probably.
Is this just that pit? Yeah. I don't think that's going to be all that necessary to go into.
But yeah, I can do occasional investigations or optionals if you would like to take a break or be the one to monitor chat or
Yeah, no, I understand.
something. So
Okay, I thought that was the Raytheon again over there. It's just those guys, but it's
Yeah.
like, from a distance, I thought the Raytheon was just real far away, and I was like, God fucking damn it again! She's just following me. Like, she's not even angry at me and following me. She
got a
just
crush on
happens to
you.
be following me. I hope not. Raytheons are gross.
wow. I mean, you don't have to put her down that hard. Just tell her you've got a girlfriend and she'll probably back off. Does that just not go anywhere? I've looked at this and it's like, hey, this is just not
It should
going
go
anywhere.
somewhere. Does it not go anywhere if I pull it all the way over to the side?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what this is.
What?
Hold on. Is this what I think it is? This might be what I think it is. That might be part of the dam that you have to break with a monster, I think.
Oh yeah, the very top of the Rathalos nest has a bit where
Yeah, I think
you
that's
rammed
the
into
same
something.
one.
Okay. Alright then.
Which means I think I just like did a big old spin, like a big circle. I think I'm down in the pit again.
Yeah, I think so.
Mostly, anyway. Let's see, if I go this way, is it the pit? Or is it something else? I'm not really sure where I am, actually.
The Elder Dragon was a moss swine the whole time.
I mean, you joke, but if there was an Elder Dragon... If there was a large monster that wasn't a Bullfango that looked like a moss swine, it would be classified as an Elder Dragon, for some reason.
So the Kirin, but with a pig nose.
Yeah. So, like, how the Kirin is basically a large Kelby. If there was something that was just a big pig, it would probably be an Elder Dragon. For some
They should
reason.
do that. I mean, not everything needs a boss form, but
Well,
like,
the pigs do have a boss form. It is the Bullfango.
yeah,
And the
like a
silverback
bigger
Bullfango.
one.
That is the bigger one. The hell was that? Oh, it's a
That
big
was a-
plant moving around. Okay. That scared the shit out of me. All
It's
right.
amazing how you can still find stuff here that kind of looks like you haven't seen it before. It's like there's so many different
Yeah.
angles to see stuff from because of all the little twists and turns.
Yeah.
And in the rain, it looks different too.
No, it super does. I'm not even sure where the hell I am anymore.
Is this not the Rebels? No, this is the Gajau Canyon.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh, I thought it was an item. I do that on accident sometimes.
Just bully.
I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not trying to bully.
Doing it naturally. It's your talent. It's bullying frogs.
I know.
Yeah, no, a moss swine elder dragon would be rad.
Mm-hmm.
It could be just Ganon in Monster Hunter form, and I'd be happy. He's reading the chat.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I'm also picking up bones, so like, come on.
Eh.
But yeah, no.
They should play a xylophone noise every time you pick up bones. We'd hate it after a while, but the first time it would be funny.
I guess it would be okay to put in like a big pig for Ganon. Usually in the Nintendo-based Monster Hunters, they do the thing where they have Zelda crossover is in pretty much every one of those games. But the Zelda crossover is when they
you
have
get
to
that
pick
herky
things. When they have to pick things to be like, oh, well, this is a Ganon stand-in, or this is a whatever stand-in. Typically what they'll wind up doing is putting out, like, I don't know, like, I think the Ganon stand-in is usually like a big slobbering monster. It's not a pig, I know that, and it always pisses me off that it isn't. I don't remember what it is that they put in there, though, now that I think about it.
It's just a
Oh,
big
that's so
red-haired
beautiful down there. Check that
bullfango.
out.
Yeah. Yep, you're right near the first
It's an
camp.
invisible wall.
Yep.
Yeah, I know where I am. That's the handler.
Yep.
Like, right there. I was hoping I could go somewhere else if I took that path, but no, clearly it just
Nah, just
it
did a
just
loop.
took me out here in a big old loop.
A suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Could you warp to the treetop camp?
Yeah,
Wanna
I
try
just
from
wanted to
there?
check this other side over here to make
Okay,
sure
fair
that there
enough.
wasn't more tracks going on, but yeah, I can. Yeah, because I'm not finding anything anyway, that's fine.
Yeah, it seems like a good lead. That's just a Jagras.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what, okay, because there's little blue things on the map.
Yeah, but those are
And
just
it's
gathering.
like, yeah, it's just gathering points. Let's see, is this the treetop one?
No.
Is the treetop one gonna be... Are you sure? It looked awfully high up. Oh, no, it isn't. Okay, yeah. No,
It's
I'm
that
wrong.
other one.
This one-
That's
not
the
this
flower
one.
beds. It's the one that's in the corner. Higher.
In-
Higher. The yeah, you're right near it.
You're gonna have to tell me up or
Look,
down.
there, down.
Here?
Yeah, to the right.
I
Right,
don't
it's
see...
down,
the
down.
sixth? Oh, this one. Oh, okay.
It was right there, and
I
I was
can't s-
okay,
I
guys. I
couldn't
was
see it, I'm
pointing. I was
sorry.
pointing and everything.
Like that
It's like
helps.
it's there.
Come on.
It's there.
Come on.
Look, don't. It takes me a while to remember which is left and right. I'm sorry for that. I know that makes me just look like an idiot, but
No,
like it was literally
no.
right there. I was like, it's easier for you to just look at it.
Alright, fine. I keep going inside these mountains. Like with the camera. The camera keeps slipping
Oh.
through walls.
Eh.
It's weird.
This is basically just headed up towards the cats,
Yeah, I
which is
know.
fine if you want to bring a bug trapper with you.
Yeah, it might help me a little bit. I don't know. Just in case, I figure I may as well go up and check.
Yeah,
Ooh, good honey.
free honey.
Yeah, and it was gold. Or, well, it was shimmering, which means I get 4 out of the thing instead of just 1. Which is nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
God,
they're
I miss
talking.
being able to come in here and pick up free items from like the
stockpile of stolen garbage.
yeah.
Well,
Because
these
cats
guys just don't steal.
in other games, you used to be able to come in here and there would be like a big pile of garbage, and people called it the lost and found, because if you had something stolen by cats from you during a mission, which was really common, you could go up and pick it up. But if you didn't have anything stolen, or if you had already retrieved it, you could just get random shit from cats if you really wanted. They had
Yeah,
some
but
really
they just-
weird shit. Like,
These cats just don't steal stuff. They're
Yeah, I
just
guess.
helpful usually.
I guess. I miss my thieving cats.
They didn't thieve for you. They thieved against you. So.
Yeah, I know, but I miss that.
All right. You're the mysterious rich person in like fiction who would like stuff his pockets full of like cookies and walk through the orphanage.
Oh,
That's
no.
not a thing.
Oh, God, no. No, it isn't. I don't know what the
that's
hell
you.
you're talking about.
You just go in so they can steal from you because you like the cats.
That sounds like the stupidest version of Oliver Twist. Like,
Oliver Twist.
yeah, it's called Oliver Twist. It's about
because
a
he can
bird.
twist his neck like 180 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. And there's just a guy who puts like mice in his pockets and walks into the owl adoption agency and lets all of the Olivers steal from him.
All of the Olivers.
There's like 8 of them, all twisting nonstop. That's how that book goes. Haven't you ever read fiction? Jeez.
I've read like the first half of that book.
I've literally never read Oliver Twist.
All I remember is that everyone's drunk all the time.
Yeah, I mean...
And then he meets a guy
Kinda
who
makes sense,
looks
though.
up at a picture of a lady on the wall, and the lady has Oliver's
Nice.
face.
Oliver?
Yes. This man is like finds an owl on the street and takes it in, and then looks up at a picture of an owl on his study wall, and they're the same owl except not. And I don't remember if I got further than that. It's because I switched from an e-reader to the tablet I currently have, and did not transfer all of the files because I don't remember how with that. It's like, because that one was just built into the reader because it's public domain.
Yeah, fair enough.
But then, like, the Kindle store for some reason didn't have a free version of it despite it being public domain. And I was like, well, I could just go to Gutenberg Project, but I just don't care enough to finish this book. So
It's
I
just
didn't.
Oliver Twist. Watch the goddamn movie, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I've seen Oliver and Company. It's fine.
I wasn't gonna say that, but congrats on, like, preempting a really good joke that I could have made.
You're welcome.
Well, I didn't say thank you, but alright. I said congrats, you know.
Same thing.
Don't go patting yourself on the back too hard there.
Well, look, I remember that,
Jeez.
like, it just turns out that Oliver was born with some man's painting's face.
And an owl body, a horrible, horrible owl body.
Well, his face is also an owl's face, so it's fine.
Alright, that too. Okay, so we've gotten a fair amount of footprints from this thing, and now our leads run cold again. The trail is gone.
Yeah, and the handler's
Hey,
not
there we
showing
go.
up to be like, that's enough, come back to camp.
Yeah, well, I think we have to get the actual bar all the way up, and you can see it when I pull it up here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
oh,
there.
It's
So it's like, I
close.
think it's like 1 footprint away. But it's like, god damn it. And especially for these assholes being around, because like if these guys are around, basically like I just have to worry about them spooking my flies.
What?
Because the flies react as though these guys are hostile
Oh,
immediately.
okay. I thought
'cause they
spooking
are.
my flies was like a saying that I never heard.
No, like my
Why are you killing
fireflies.
Tao?
I was knocking her back up, don't worry.
Can't stand all these guys spooking my flies.
They're scaring my horses. Alright, I think they're both dead. So, I'm gonna pick up their material, which is never anything useful ever.
The only part of Oliver Twist that actually left any impression on me, and I think it's because it's written in a sort of form of English that's kind of hard to process without like having to sit down and furrow your brow a little bit.
Oh
But
yeah,
the-
you don't like Shakespeare for the
I
exact
hate
same reason,
Shakespeare.
right?
Shakespeare's much worse. It's not that bad. But Oliver Twist, like, the only thing that really impressed me was the very first chapter, and it's literally just the birth of Oliver Twist. Is just the nurse is drunk. This lady came in the middle of the night from who knows where to drop a baby and then die, and the nurse is super drunk. It's just that's what I remember about Oliver Twist.
This baby?
Well, the first chapter was written fairly well, and like just kind of felt like a short story into itself, and then it elaborated on it with the entire life of the kid.
Yeah, fair enough.
But like, it's just everyone's fucking drunk the whole time. Like, I want to say the orphanage lady might be drunk, and the dude who's like the orphan master of London, I don't remember if he was drunk, but I think the orphanage lady offers him drinks. It's just everyone's fucking drunk. You know all the street kids are drunk. You just know it.
What's the book where he does the crossover with Annie and they fight crime or whatever?
I wish I had a thing I could say to that was funny that was a real media, but I can't think of. Codename Kids Next Door. You're welcome.
All right. There you go. That's close enough.
It's really not.
I can accept that. I shouldn't, but I will.
I'm pretty sure no one is ever drunk in Kids Next Door.
I'll accept that only because it makes you feel bad that I've accepted it.
It doesn't.
Well, it should.
Oh, you're out of
crap.
space.
No. Let's see. How do I get rid of the...
It's just Latchberry.
It's just B, right?
Just leave this item, yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. I guess I don't need Latchberries.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, like, I'm not absolutely opposed to just like archaic forms of English.
Mm-hmm.
Shakespeare in particular is just an asshole about it. Like, you know this, that people didn't actually speak that way at the time, and he was writing scripts, so reading it is kind of not the intent, but they make you read it in, like, grade school or whatever. It's just not a good match. It's just awful that like, the school system pushes it as though it's, like, the end-all of fucking literature. It's like, no, it's really not necessary for kids to learn Shakespeare. Give them something that's more relevant.
We have this argument sometimes, but I actually really like Shakespeare.
You have bad taste. You
I know,
also
that's
like
what
the
you
Great
think.
Sword.
Like, oh, wow. Well.
Hi, Arabian.
This coming from someone who mains the switch axe. Thanks a lot.
Look, I know I have bad taste and I revel in it. But I admit that it's bad.
Yeah, well.
You just sit here like, oh, Shakespeare is good. And I'm like, dude, motherfucker. I sit here reading all kinds of trash and accept that it's trash. And then you just come along with your Shakespeare and pretend like it's any good. Nah, I'm going to recommend The Water Babies.
You can do
whose
that.
author I don't remember at the moment.
Okay.
But they were a contemporary of Charles Darwin. And also I want to say this guy was a reverend. And he was pro-evolution at a time when that was extra super controversial.
Yeah.
And that's not really what The Water Babies is about. It's kind of a morality tale, but also because he was kind of into the biology thing. It's like a morality tale told through, like, sea creatures, sort of. It's the story of a kid who dies in a river and gets washed out to sea as a tiny baby ghost fairy thing, and, like, has to survive amongst, like, otters and lobsters and stuff until he meets the other water babies, and then, like, has to learn to be a good person, because he never learned to be a good person when he was a chimney sweep or whatever.
Thought he was a baby.
Not when he died. He became a baby after he died.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's how it works. But
right.
anyways, he has to go on... He at one point has to go on a journey to hell to, like, redeem the chimney lord who employed him and didn't care that he died. Because he dies at some point and goes to hell. But anyways, it's some weird shit, but it's actually pretty charming. There's some old-timey statements against the Irish, but other than that, it holds up okay. That's, like, the one thing that kind of is like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And then it goes back to being about, like, otters trying to eat water babies or whatever.
That's your hold on. This is a very old book
Yes.
moment.
Yes. But it is fascinating, and they made a movie of it that's an absolute fucking trip. It used to be on Netflix. I don't think it is anymore. It's partial live action, partial 2D animation, and I want to say it's from like the 70s.
That sounds like the right time period for them doing things like that, yeah.
And it is full of characters that didn't really exist in the book because they needed a bunch of wacky animal companions. And it's got a bunch of songs in it. And no, there's no such thing as on model for this animation. It is great. Just look up The Water Babies, book good, movie extra good. Probably even better if you're inebriated, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Can't wait for someone to like try and revive that. I want Disney to make a Water Babies movie.
Oh, you're never
They're
gonna
never
get
gonna
Disney to do it because anything that touches potentially the afterlife, Disney avoids like the plague.
Hercules, but also I just don't think they're going to do it.
That's not depictions of the afterlife, even though they clearly are. That's Disney doesn't consider them to be.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about it. It would be great if someone tried to do a really smoothed out, not trippy as hell, fucking 70s version. Just do a genericized version so that people can then get interested in the Water Babies and read the book.
Do I just keep picking up Radiant
Yeah,
spines
that
from the
exact
same exact
Radiant
one?
scale.
Why the fuck?
Yeah. What else is good old public domain stuff?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna recommend Oz, just all of the Oz books. And then there's a lot of other stuff by L. Frank Baum, the Oz guy, that's also really good. There's not a lot of what you would consider American classic children's literature, the same way you think of like, oh, well, they've got Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan and all that shit in England. Oz is our version of that, and it doesn't get appreciated enough. And then the dude did a bunch of other books. You may have heard of his Christmas stories, just like The Life and Times of Santa Claus or something like that. And it's basically like he plays it like he's talking about like a high fantasy epic. There's like wars with goblins or some shit like that. Good book. I don't remember the name of it, but he had another one that turns into a boring book like almost immediately, but it starts with a kid summoning a demon and then the demon telling him that Tesla sucks.
Why?
I can't for the life of me remember why. like some kid who's just
demon.
It
Tesla
demon.
was great. Like
No, it was Edison. It was one of them sucked and the other
it was
good.
probably Tesla because Frank L. Baum would have been alive for the occurrence of the Tesla versus Edison stuff, which Tesla did sort of come out on top of at the time. If that makes any sense, because over time, that has been re-explored over and over and over again, and it's mostly agreed upon now that Tesla was the better of the two.
Now that I think of it, it might have been Edison that sucked, according to
know.
this demon. But it's like some kid, as a hobbyist, when electricity was this new thing that was amazing and not really used yet, and there's like light bulbs and that's it.
Oh.
Some kid was like, oh, I've got an
Light
electricity
bulbs.
kit. I got some wires. I'm going to learn how to do this. It's cool. And then just somehow uses it to summon a demon. Just accidentally a demon shows up and he's like, I'm the demon of electricity. I know all about electricity. And this kid's like, Edison knows all about electricity. And he's like, Edison ain't shit. Edison sucks. Let me give you some magic items and you go off and have boring adventures. Bye. And then that's the only part of the book that matters. I don't remember which Baum book that was.
All right, fair enough.
I want to say it was called The Magic Key, but don't hold me to it. Someone in the chat's like, yeah, Life and Adventures of Santa Claus rules. It does. They made a Rankin Bass special of it too, which is not in canon with any of the other Rankin Bass Santa stuff.
Which one is that? Is that
Claymation.
the one where no. I mean, is that the movie where they try and go from like the beginning of his lifetime?
Yeah. Like he's abandoned as a human baby
and
and
found
by a
the
lioness
elves.
or something. Yeah, found by elves and raised by a lioness, and then like goes to like the elf tribunal or whatever. Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah, the elves are called like the Klauses or some weird shit like that.
I don't remember. It's been
Yeah,
a
I
little
vaguely
while.
remember this. This is I remember
Yeah.
the Rankin Bass version.
Yeah, which is lovely.
Oh yeah, no, Rankin Bass is always really nice.
Oh yeah, even when it's bad, it's good. Have you
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
seen
yeah.
their Halloween special?
No, but I've seen
It's basically
pieces of
Phyllis
it.
Diller and a
Yeah,
bunch
and
of
I've heard about
Frankensteins
it.
having dinner and trying to kill each other. It's good shit.
Yeah. Well, I knew she was in it. I just I remember Frankenstein and Phyllis Diller being in a movie together. That was
Yeah.
about it. Well, Frankenstein's monster. Excuse me.
I think
don't want somebody to
actual
get angry about
Frankenstein
it.
might have been there too, but I
Oh,
don't
well,
remember.
fair enough then.
There was a scientist of some sort. It could have been Dr. Jekyll or something. It's been a while since I've seen it.
They're not supposed to put those ones together, but people do it a lot anyway.
Yeah. Frankenstein's pretty good. I tried reading it in high school and couldn't get past like the first fucking page because of the way it's written, but as an adult I've got a little more experience with it, and it's not as thick as Shakespeare. Not even remotely. Once you get past it, you kind of get into the pattern, and I've read Dracula like twice, so I've kind of gotten a little better at it. I do recommend Dracula. If anyone ever, like in general, hasn't read Dracula, it's like you should at least once.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's like the end-all be-all of literature, but it's culturally important to a point where if you even remotely like vampires, just read Dracula once.
Yeah.
It's not that long. My favorite fucking dude in Dracula. I think we had this conversation together
Yeah, I think I know the
once recently.
conversation that you're gonna have. But
The
yeah, go ahead.
absolute best part of Dracula is Quincy fucking Morris,
There
the
we
American,
go.
the only American in the setting, because it's in England. The only American in the book is a cowboy who keeps a gun on him, and he sees a bat outside the window, and he's like, I have to shoot that, because one of those killed my horse. He's the most American goddamn cowboy, and he's just amazing. I love other countries' versions of what Americans are like because they're always really weirdly flattering.
Well, during that time period, yes, for some strange reason, everybody thought Americans were cowboys. That was just how we were portrayed.
We're still cowboys according to some people.
Okay, sometimes we're still portrayed as cowboys, yeah. Which makes me laugh my ass off because I used to know real cowboys. Like, that's an actual thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's still farms, and people still need boys to manage the cows.
I mean, okay, fair enough. You didn't have to phrase it that way, but okay.
But yeah, like it's just the depiction of Americans that way is amazing, and also the particular character in Dracula is one of 3 dudes who all want to get with the same lady, but kind of join together in order to try and stop Dracula from taking her from all of them.
Yeah.
And it's just really touching that they lose in the end. They lose her, but. Like, just 3 dudes who otherwise would be, like, romantic rivals, just working together. It's like, okay, I just don't want her to die. I don't care if you get to date her. I just don't want her to be dead. Dracula can't have her, but you can. Unfortunately, none of them win.
And then Dracula wins.
Oh,
That's how the Dracula do.
We've got some facts. Saint Mog telling us Quincy Morris is so badass. He's the only character in Dracula that's canon to the Castlevania games.
Oh, God, is he?
That's I've never played a Castlevania. We watched the Netflix thingy of it, and that was
I've played
cool.
Castlevanias before. I didn't know he was in them.
Asking him, does he
I guess
stab?
that makes sense, though.
Does he stab Dracula in the chest with a Bowie knife? I don't remember. I don't remember.
I hope so. That sounds pretty cool.
It's something we'd have to double check.
Stabbing someone with a Bowie knife sounds like a Australian thing, though, not a cowboy thing.
There's probably a ton of cowboys in Australia.
Oh yeah,
They
no,
got cows.
undoubtedly. I
Or
just
would
mean
they
they're
be
not
sheep
American
boys
cowboys.
there?
No, they're cowboys.
I know they have a lot of sheep.
They have a lot of cattle in Australia. That's
Okay,
like
am I thinking
that's
of
like
New
a
Zealand
big
has the
fucking
sheep?
thing. I don't know. They both probably have sheep.
Some place has sheep.
Most
like,
most
in
of the
large
world
quantities.
has sheep in very large quantities. New Zealand has them in exceedingly large quantities. Yes, but
Yeah, okay.
I
That
just-
might be what I'm thinking
just
of.
pointing it out. Everybody has sheep. Like
I don't have sheep.
okay, well, every country has sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Just about. I mean, there are probably a handful of countries that don't, but come on.
Eh. Do you have any literature recommendations while I'm on this weird kick where I don't stop talking?
Not in particular. Sometimes if I'm talking about things that you can get off of the Gutenberg project and things like that, I will suggest like The King in Yellow, but that's a little bit deeper than a lot of people like to go for just casual reads.
I haven't read that, but you've described it.
It's from the mid 1800s, and it's basically the prototype for like all of the dark god literature that exists. Like the idea of like, oh, the great old ones and the eldritch abominations and shit like that. It's the prototype for that. It's pre-Lovecraft, basically.
Okay, yeah, that's the why. That's exactly the kind of thing you like, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that about it?
That was all I was going to say, yeah.
Apparently Quincy Morris, according to chat, is the father of John Morris and the grandfather of Jonathan Morris, who were the official vampire hunters of World War I and World War II, respectively. They had official vampire hunters for each war?
In Castlevania, yes. That's kind of how that works. The Belmonts are a family of vampire hunters, but they are not the only ones. And you do get, like, occasionally shit like that happening.
Okay, I mostly just remember in the Netflix miniseries just Squall Leonhardt in a really, really big fur coat instead of his regular fur coat, cussing at people in a crypt.
Yeah, kinda. That's more or less the Netflix series, yeah.
Yeah, and it was good. I don't know anything more than that. Is that another thing that a monster has to break? It could just be nothing.
Yeah, it might just be nothing. There's an awful lot of nothing in this game, or like things that look like they should be something and then they turn out to be nothing.
Have you been in the Jagras hole?
Probably.
Like just the place where it's just like the first place the Jagras hang out.
I think so. Yeah. I've been in there.
I haven't gone in there. Cave.
I haven't gone in there to look for footprints, but I do know that it exists. And I think I know where it is.
Like, I'm just trying to think of places that are left to check.
I guess I could go and check that, but I kind of didn't want to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there'd be anything there, but...
Yeah, you'd think that there wouldn't, but I don't know. Yeah, we're out of logical places to look for footprints, so I guess we should start looking in the illogical places.
Yeah, because they might just want us to look everywhere.
Yeah, which is really annoying, because I didn't want to spend all of this time doing, like, stupid exploration looking for footprints quests. I hate these.
I can take over for annoying. A while if you'd rather.
No, because it's the exact same thing no matter who's doing it. Like,
I mean, you don't have to get it, but it's worth some good points.
Yeah, well, I may as well for the points.
Only if you want. I was just noting that it was there.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. 180 points.
You might have to... oh, wait a minute. Here's the thing. I was gonna say, you might have to walk me to the Jagras thing, because I don't know where it is from here.
This isn't it.
No, this isn't
Can you show me the map?
Hold on, let me go upstairs. Because if I go upstairs and we both know where we are, then that'll be an easy way to figure it out. But no, I immediately don't know where the hell I am. Okay.
Can I look at the big map?
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, so go down
Mm-hmm.
towards the first camp. Okay, so it is going to be up there, pretty much.
Right here?
This is general area.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'll head for there next then.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're pretty close.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not that it's like something that I can't get to and I have no idea where the hell I'm going. It's more like I'm just kind of like looking for footprints, so I don't know.
So it feels random, yeah.
Yeah, it feels really random because I'm kind of not paying attention much to the map. Because what I'm really trying to pay attention to is the area around me.
You're going the opposite direction of where I was suggesting.
Oh, am I? Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I can tell you're not looking at the map. What does that guy do? Oh, egg.
What up?
Are you not going to ruin his dinner?
No, I don't care enough.
Okay.
I just want to find this goddamn footprint and leave here. I'm so sick and tired of this place now. Do I need to jump down there?
No, but there could be something there.
Have I not gone here already?
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
remember
great,
you being here.
Jagresses.
Yeah, they aren't gonna do shit. Use your wide swing. There's so many
The
of
wide
them.
swing doesn't hit very hard, but I
They're
can do it,
Jagras.
yeah. Well, yeah, but high rank Jagras still take like 2 hits to take down.
Yeah, that's fine.
We got a Jagras on our team now.
Yeah, it's always nice. It's not gonna help. But
No, not at
whatever.
all.
It's fun.
We have the Trap Whiz and the Jagras.
Yeah. By the way,
I
I
didn't know we could
have
do
now
that.
officially seen my cat Myster ride a Kestodon and a Gyros. And the
Neat.
Gyros can actually be, like, good as hell. Because they
Yeah.
do their paralysis.
Yeah.
We're being asked, did we check the Kulu tree cave? I don't think you did.
I may not
I
have.
don't
actually.
remember where that is off the top of my head
Good
other
point.
than being
I do
near a
actually
camp.
remember where it is in general. So I'll go and check that in a second then.
Ah, okay.
I kind of want to just make sure that this area doesn't have anything in it.
Yeah. Well, it's
What up,
got,
Angie?
yeah.
See ya, Angie.
Bye.
Yeah, Angie can like just fuck off. I
Yeah.
don't care. Angie can stick to her own day, and I can have my own day, and we do not even have to see each other.
You've got a real weird, strained relationship with her. You're on a first name basis, but you never want to talk to her.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hey.
Eh.
Hey, what up?
What's great about when you get a Kestodon on your Tail Raider crew
Yeah.
is just your cat will ride it much more frequently than it will ride some of the other stuff.
Well, it's a Kestodon. You can't not ride a Kestodon if it's on
You-
your team. Come on.
I mean, I don't think that's quite true, but yeah, it's
Well, no,
fun
I mean, it's a
to watch.
Kestodon. Why would you want to not ride a Kestodon?
Well, why would you not want to ride the Jagras?
I don't know. It's not as big.
I guess, but the cat's pretty small. It can ride them both.
I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot there's an actual, like, non-friendly Jagras in here.
Yeah. Yeah, once
Okay.
they're your friends, you just forget that they're not your friends.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I never think much of them anyway. I'm not sure why they bother attacking me. It's one of those situations where it's like,
Because they're cranky.
yeah. Well, that's always kind of been a weird thing about Monster Hunter is you consistently get monsters that, in all fairness, should not be coming after you. Like, they shouldn't be challenging you to fights. And they're still coming after you, and they're still challenging you to fights. And it's like, why? Do you have a death wish? Like, are you trying to die? What are you doing?
Well, from their perspective, you're still smaller than most monsters, so
Sure,
they
but-
just don't know. They don't get it.
I don't know. I guess that's all it is.
Eh.
Oh, there's some snot on there.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to Angie, but you want to check out her snot.
I don't want to talk to her, but I'll collect her mucus.
It's so gross.
Oh my god, just give me the rest of this. I'm guessing it's Kushala de Aura footprint garbage. Come on. Do it. I already know what monster it is now because you fucking spoiled it by telling me it was wind-based. Video game.
There's still a chance it's not.
Yeah, well, it could be something new because I thought Cushy was going to show up in the fucking the desert. I didn't think it was going to show up here. Ugh. Okay.
It could be a variant
All right. Fuck it. There's only one variant on Kushala de Aura.
that you know of.
Well, traditionally, there's only the one.
This
It's
is a new
a
game.
rusted Kushala de Aura,
Okay.
which is what happens when a Kushala de Aura is like trying to molt.
Ew.
Because they are monsters who are covered in metal. So when they're trying to molt, and they can't get rid of their molting parts, it winds up turning into like rusted metal on their body. Which is cool. I like that. It's an interesting concept for a monster if the monster's literally made of metal.
Why is is any monster made of metal?
In this game, it's because of diet or otherwise, which is fair. That is
sure.
a thing that can happen. You don't really get a lot of real-life monsters made of metal, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anjanath snot.
There's probably, like, clams or whatever that might have, like, metal particles.
I need to
in
stop
them.
stopping for everything.
Yeah,
And just
stop
wait
collecting
for the
mucus.
fucking, like, fireflies to turn blue. I took a wrong turn. I can already tell. I wanted to get into the fucking Kushala thing, and I took a wrong goddamn turn. And I can't zoom in the map anymore, and it's really annoying the hell out of me. Where is their cave?
I don't remember. You could beat up the Kulu who's been walking around and follow it.
I guess I could just beat up the Kulu.
It would take a little bit.
I wasn't originally... Oh, it wouldn't take that long. I wasn't originally planning to beat up the
It takes a bit
Kulu,
to follow
but...
it.
I guess I could just go beat up the Kulu. Fucking break his food and his head and his legs, and then make him crawl back and show me where he keeps his dinner.
Yeah, there's also that place with the big hollow log. Have you been there yet?
I think I have, yeah.
Okay. The cave is in area 7.
Oh, okay, then I can just head for that. Thank you.
Yeah, it was Fapney's.
Whoever said that, thank you. Am I headed there now? It's so hard to read these maps.
It's not that hard.
Okay, it must be this here then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna go up to this and just go down to it.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing to do.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, so long as
I don't
we keep
think it's
having
that
good
fine.
shit to talk about, like vampires.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
stuff.
Okay. Let's see here. I know it's not over here, but I noticed that there's like a lot of space over here. I was curious.
Maybe
That's
it's a
fine.
place that sometimes has gathering points when the
maybe.
days change, because it does
Maybe.
change a little.
A little bit, sorta, kinda. Yeah,
Who's
I'm going the
headed
wrong
there
way.
now?
May as well just go that way then.
Eh.
Ah, fuck it. I might wind up fucking that Kulu up if he's in there when I get there. I'm real mad at him right now, so
Why? Why him?
I don't know. I just don't feel like running into a Kulu. So if I see him, I'm just gonna beat him to death. Like
So
I don't know. I'm just mad at the Kulu for no real
Yeah,
reason.
you're going too far.
Yeah, I went the wrong way again. I noticed. Yeah, okay. So is it here?
No, there's got to be a little opening somewhere.
Is it slightly higher than I am now?
Might be.
Is it this here? Found it. Okay. Yeah, so if there's a chance it's in here, but I don't know for sure.
He's sleeping.
Man, he is gonna regret sleeping. I am gonna make him regret sleeping.
He's just so
Oh,
mad.
fucking- it makes it so blurry when I go into this wall.
Yeah, it's because you're in a
Weird.
wall.
So check it out. True charge, if you got the greatsword going, is if you want to hit a monster that's sleeping, you have to figure out your spacing, right? So you kind of have to like start it way the hell early. Then you take a step back from where you are, and then you have to hope to God that you're going to hit, because if you don't have your spacing down, you do that, where you miss it by like scant inches,
And then he wakes up because you were right near his ears.
basically.
There we go. Was he sleeping on a broken egg?
It looks like it, yeah.
Gross.
I'm
dude.
guessing he just, had the egg and he couldn't put it down and he really needed to sleep, so he just threw it on the ground and...
349.
I don't know.
Well, he's already blind. You can't do that.
No, but I wish I could. Get him nice and double blind, like...
Oh my god. He hasn't even had the chance to do anything to you.
No. And I'm poisoning him, too, like...
Ugh. This poor baby.
Ugh.
He's too cute and pathetic.
He is pretty pathetic. I'll agree with that.
He looks like a plucked chicken and you're
A
picking
little
on
bit.
him this hard.
Aw, damn it, he moved. One of the big complaints that I have is that you can't you can't cancel that combo once you start it. So with the big cartwheel, like the true charge hit, you can't stop doing it halfway through. So it's just this big pain in the ass where if it starts, you're locked into it. You know exactly where you're going, and you better hope that the monster doesn't move there.
Yeah, it could be worse. The Switch Axe has this big momentum swing that, like, once you've started it, it takes a while to stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like you're just swinging back and forth, like, just fucking, like it's a party.
Yeah.
Which is really good if you want to hit, like, the monster's head, but you're not quite in the right position, you will probably get it on the backswing.
Fair enough.
But then if it attacks you while you're stuck in a combo, you're fucked.
Yeah. I can see that being a big pain in the ass. Yeah. Let's see, nothing there.
Okay.
Just at this point, I'm just hoping I hit the right. Yeah, I keep
you had
running into
found
this
some
flower
stuff
zone.
here earlier.
Yeah, but there's nothing here anymore.
Go up the top a little bit.
I already did.
Did you?
Oh, yep, already went up here. There's nothing up here.
Oh.
Yep. I went all the way up, walked in a big circle, and went back down. You're starting to forget things that I've actually done already.
Yeah.
I just want the fucking footprints on this thing. Just give me footprints.
Have you been to Toby Kadachi's nest?
Yes, I have. Twice.
Okay. I don't know, a lot of this just does look the same.
Yeah, I don't like this area because it has that problem. And I feel like it's not exclusively this area, but this area more than a lot of the others has that problem. Where it's like, I feel like once I start doing things, I'm going to forget what the fuck I've done. Because this whole area just starts blending together.
Which,
and it's like, oh,
other situations is great because it's like you can just sort of immerse yourself in it.
Well, yeah, it looks nice. I'm not
great.
gonna like fucking argue that.
Because it's like
I
every
don't like
place
that everything
new.
is just a bunch of blobs that are kind of strung together and they're all fucking the same.
Yeah, that is a complaint I had about some of the early areas of Dark Souls, and you kept telling me no.
Yeah, but this is a significant difference, like in zone design. Let's be real.
No, this is prettier.
Not by much.
Yes,
I don't think I even agree with that, to be honest.
All right. I think this forest is designed fairly organically. There are an awful lot of like invisible walls that look like shortcuts and vice versa, though. That's the part that annoys me.
At this point, I'm just looking for like big open areas where there could be weird footprints.
Yeah, that Kulu's
Like,
had enough.
I know. Oh, come on. I didn't want to fucking fight these assholes again.
Yeah.
Like, they're so annoying.
Oh, was Tao talking to that checkers?
Probably. I think that's why I couldn't hit it.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
I didn't even notice our old one left.
Yeah, I think he died. I don't
Oh.
remember what we were fighting, but I think he either walked away or he just straight
They
up
do
died.
sometimes just walk away.
I don't know. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm accepting. If he wants to go off and do his own thing, I can accept that.
Yeah, let an iguana be free.
Yeah, I'm really wondering if I leave the area and then come back in, is it going to respawn a bunch of the footprints?
It might.
Like, should I just do that?
Maybe.
Because that might be the easiest option if that's actually the case.
Yeah, and if nothing else, you might be able to just double check your research level. And...
If nothing else, I can totally just fucking come back when it isn't raining. Wait, whose skull do I have?
It's a kulu-ya-ku because he broke his
I
face.
just picked up his face. Jesus.
Well, you got a shitload of stuff. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's close.
Yeah.
Getting research on everyone else.
I know. All right, I'll leave and then I'll come back in and we'll see if some of the
try
stuff
talking
respawns.
to the research guy.
The ecologist guy?
Yeah, this is Bookman.
Bookman. Alright, I'll go talk to Bookman.
Let's see.
All elder dragons possess incredible power. Stay calm and keep your mind open when you're dealing with them. Nobody wants to see you get hurt. So what is it?
Well, it's been a while since we've checked with him.
Yeah, Nergigante, Pulu. Special investigations. Unknown. It just tells me that there's one in Ancient Forest.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like, okay. Monster Field Guide, can I check the unknowns? Kind of, actually. Well, okay, sort of. Not really. No. Yeah, I can't check them at all. No, that doesn't help.
Ah, well.
That's fine, though.
You gonna bounce back in, or do you
Yeah,
want to
I'm
try a
going to
different
bounce
one?
back in, and then I'm going to... I will give it one more attempt, and we'll see if I can find any more footprints. And if I cannot find footprints, in like 10 minutes, I'm going to say fuck it and go to the wastes and do that
Cool.
one instead.